teammates. It is your leaders that promote cell meeting. Okay. So today's title is Follow Up Like a Champion. Let me be sure that we're recording this. Okay, it's already recording. Awesome. It's Follow Up Like a Champion. I don't want to start sharing my story. You guys already know where I'm coming from in this business, where I started from. And heaven knows that every single day that I wake up and I'm alive and I'm breathing, one of the things I'm grateful for is the gift of this business. And I'm not saying it just for saying sake. This business has changed everything about me, giving me even more opportunities to be more, giving me the confidence. I'm not even talking, I don't want today, I'm not even talking about the money I've made. I'm not even talking about the money I have made. It's not even about the money I have made. Have I made money? I don't need anybody here that does not know I've made money from business. Then that means maybe you just signed up this morning. Who I've become, confidence, the training, the soft skills that I've gotten from here, the skills, the core skills I've gotten from here. Heaven knows every single day that I wake up, I do not take this business for granted. That is why I tell people sometimes, even when I don't feel like it, one of the things I ask myself is, do I not want other people to also experience the things that I've experienced through this business? Sometimes I don't feel like it, honestly. I don't feel like maybe coming out. Today's training, I did not feel like it. I'm not even going to lie. I did not feel like it. But sometimes I just remind myself, okay, yes, I've made money in the business. What about other people that I also want them to make money in the business? People who are struggling. Some people are complaining right now, the economy, some people are lucky not to feel it so much. Some people are lucky not to feel it at all. Like they are not even feeling the whole, fuel issue. They go to the fuel station, they just pay. They go to the fuel station, they just pay. They are not feeling it. Some of you, by the time you go there, oh, when the money leaves your account, it's as if they've cut your heart. But guess what? Some people are feeling it, but not so much. But there are people that it's crazy for them. There was someone when I traveled to Enugu over the weekend, and somebody was telling us that he had just walked out of the house, and there was just a dustbin, of not really close to the house, like just being far away from the house, but he was passing through there, and he saw a man that just walked to the dustbin. The man tried to scavenge through the dustbin, and guess what? He scavenged a bit, stood up, stood akimbo, like put his hands on his waist and started crying. Started crying bitterly. Started crying bitterly. People are really going through a lot. And some people have the gift of this business and they are playing with it. Where would I have been? Where would I have been? Today, I want to teach you one of the fundamental core skills in in network marketing, and it's follow up. They say the fortune is in follow up. The money you are looking for, you've done invitation, you've done everything, but the money you are actually looking for is in the follow up. Now look at the stats. I want us to follow it closely. Which one do you want to be? They say 48% of people never follow up with a prospect. 25% of people make a second contact and they stop. 12% are the people that make it through to what? To a third contact, and then they will stop. Only 10% make more than 3 contacts. You need to understand that 2% of sales are made on the first contact. You need to understand this. 2% of sales are what? Are made only 2%. What it means is that if you invited 100 persons, normally, it's just like in La Buena Vida, we are so, the grace here is just too much. That somebody will present and they have more than 10, 20 sign-ups. It's just God's grace that's helping us here in La Buena Vida. Because he's here with, he's part of the vision. But guess what? The normal thing is that 2% are supposed to register after the first presentation. That's the normal thing. 3% of sales are now made on the second contact. That is by the follow-up time. First contact is during presentation. Now you've invited the person has attended presentation. 2%, if you invited 10 people, it means that only 2, sorry, is supposed to register. If you invited 10, no, not 2. Please, what is 2% of 2, please? Of 10, I mean. That means nobody is even supposed to register. Abi, what is 2% of 10, please? It means nobody is supposed to register, right? No, it can't be 2. It can't be 2. 20%. 20% is what is 2. So it's not even, so that means if you invite 10 people, nobody's, by these statistics, nobody's supposed to sign up. By these statistics you're seeing, the fact that you invited 10 and you got a sign up, it was sheer luck, like you were lucky. It was maybe you really prayed to God that morning. Then he said another 5% of sales are made on the third contact. It means that you require about 3 contacts to have made about 10%. Meaning for one person to register, you must have made about what? About 3 contacts. For you to even get one person to sign up from 10. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying this morning? These are hardcore facts. You need to understand these things so that when we are pushing you to follow up, when you finish inviting and nobody signs up, you will not start feeling too bad. You need to understand that it's part of the game. The statistics, that's what it's saying. That only 2% of sales is made after first contact. It means that the rest of the sales you're going to make, or the rest of the sign-ups you're going to have, will be dependent on the more contacts you're going to make afterwards. 10% of sales are supposed to be made what? On the 4th contact. The rest of the sales are made from the 5th to 12th contact. That is why on that learning follow-up, you can see somebody who really does not really know how to invite. They don't really know how to prospect, but they know how to follow up and close down. Such a person will be getting a lot of sign-ups. That's what it means. So what is follow-up? I'm going to run through this. So a lot of us already have an idea what follow-up is. Today, I'm not coming here to come and do aspire to acquire. No. I just want to, enlighten us with things that are going to push us forward in our business. It is every conversation or interaction that you have with a prospect who has been exposed to your business opportunity towards getting them to make an informed joining decision. That's just what it is. Every conversation after presentation, everything you are saying to them, oh, okay, take this Ambassador Ronke's video, maybe to help you understand more. You guys know the follow-up video she did. Please, if you don't have that follow-up video, please, I beg of you, get that video. That video is so powerful. After presentation, send it to your prospect after presentation. It's just 3 minutes video. If you don't have the video, what she did was she answered some core questions. We play it after our presentation anyway, but still get it, have it. So after presentation, tell your prospect to go through it, especially if your presentation was in the office and your upline did not play the video. Follow-up is also a process of education and understanding. Don't see yourself as trying to convince the prospect. No, you are not trying to convince the prospect. You are trying to give the prospect enough information. Every time you are done with the prospect and the prospect does not sign up, the person did not have enough information to get them to make a joining decision. The prospect did not get enough information to make them to make that joining decision. That's why you see a prospect, they'll say, I've had so many of that. In fact, the person I had in my office yesterday, sorry, my personal prospect, he signed up in Abuja. So I invited him over to the office so that we can do like a one-on-one and teach him how to, do his business launch, plan his business launch. And then when he came, I asked him, have you seen this opportunity? I like to ask this question a lot. Have you seen this business opportunity before? Blah, 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 blah. The guy said, yes, he had seen it. He saw it last year. Guess what? It's the person that did the best follow-up that got the sign-up. Yes, that's what it means. It's the person that did the best follow-up that got the sign-up. That's just simply what it is. Mhm. So if you don't follow up well, start present, you've prospected the person, you've invited the person, and the guy even said that as soon as he just attended the presentation, after he saw he was invited, saw the presentation, it was not because of me, he now joined. Mhm. So somebody else had sold. It's not like he had not heard about the business before, but he got a better understanding. That is why he made the joining decision. That's why. So if you don't know how to follow up, you will sow seed, and guess what? Another person will reap. This business is just invitation prospecting. Prospecting is like getting the seed, maybe buying the seed. Presentation and the rest of them is like sowing the seed. The follow-up process is now what? Please, what is the follow-up process? What is the follow-up process? What could it be? What is the follow-up process? Harvesting. How you go? Sow, water, nurture. Because part of presentation is nurturing and everything. When it's now time to reap, you were not there. Haba, which is what follow-up is. Educating the prospect on why your business is the best fit for them. Now, what are the critical things to note? Anytime you invite without follow-up, it is assumed that invitation wasn't made, so time and energy gone to the drain. Anytime that you invited, you prospected, invited, presented, you did not follow up, it is assumed that invitation was a total waste. You wasted your energy and time. Follow-up is exciting when you focus, on how the prospect will benefit and not how you will benefit. The reason why you are so, we can see the desperation on your face. The reason why you are not closing deals is because you're not focusing on how the prospects can benefit. You're just focusing on how you want to. Oh, you've not signed up anybody in the past 1 week, you must sign up. No, it's not about you in that conversation. If you followed my 1 month sales series, I took my time to break that down. Imagine that Masoronke did not follow up on me. Where would I have been today? So take your eye away from yourself, how much you want to make, and look at that human being before you while you are following up. That is why anything they are telling you, you are not buying it, because you know this business can change their life. Babe, I understand where you are coming from. I totally understand. You can't do it because of this. I understand. I agree with you. But I felt the same way as well. For me now, I was doing this, but now I'm making money through this business. I can't you see that's why you need this business. All the leaders in La Buena Vida, they did not register because they had the money. They registered because they did not have the money. So that's why you need to do this business. You are calling back to their mind why you need to do this business. When you promise a seller that you would buy something from them at the end of the month, they will never ever fail to remind you. So how is it that in your network marketing business, then when you get here, it is now different? No, it's the same thing. Some of you, your prospect has already told you, okay, everybody hear me? Network is a bit bad. But can you guys hear me? Amazing. Okay, everyone can hear me. Awesome. So like I was saying, when people get into network marketing, following up becomes an issue for them. Don't you have friends that when you tell them, okay, hey, I'm not ready now to buy the so and so thing, but when I'm ready, I'll let you know. But every time they'll keep bugging you about it. Hey, babe, how far? You never patronize me, oh. The shoe, oh, you said, ah, we never patronize. We even have better shoes now. They keep reminding you, but when you now get to network, your own network market, this is now your own business. You are scared to follow. Oh, you feel like you're disturbing people. Please, you're not disturbing anybody. In fact, it is even selfish to see how this business can change lives and not help people see it. It is selfish on your own part. When you understand that, when you start seeing this, your follow-up process, invitation, and everything from the angle of helping this product, everything changes for you. You will no longer feel under any form of pressure. You will not feel that pressure. You're talking to a prospect and you're feeling so much pressure. Or what if they reject me? All those thoughts are not there anymore because what you're thinking about is, let me help this person see what I have seen through this business. Follow-up is just you helping them to see. That's just what follow-up is. If you didn't sign up immediately, then you have no business expecting an immediate sign up from another person. I said this during one of our trainings in cell meeting. Most of you here, you did not sign up the day you saw this opportunity. Most of you in this meeting. Some of you, if you know in this meeting, they followed up on you more than 3 times, please go to the chat session. The person that made you sign up. In fact, you've seen this opportunity 3 times before you signed up. Or maybe they followed up on you at least 3 times. Please go to the chat session and say, I was followed up on 3 times, more than 3 times. If it was 3 times, say 3 times. If it was more than 3 times. Salami said I was. Awesome. Adewale said I was. Darlington said 7 times. Beno said I was. Silverlink said 4, more than 4 times. It's Olufumila just said I was followed up on 4 times. Helen said 3 times, okay? Tribu said I was. Nari said 4 times. Good. Or you get into our business. They followed up on you 7 times. Darlington, they followed up on you 7 times. I hope you are following up on people at least minimum 7 times. You that you gave your upline stress 7 good times, you know what it means. First time, I'm not really interested. Second time, I'm not really interested. Maybe even the third time, you threw an insult. Maybe, because me, I know that Ambassador, I told her, please, don't, if anything, if we're discussing anything, please don't mention this, your alliance business to me, please. I'm not interested. Otherwise, we'll cease being friends. I threatened her, I told her my mind. Because I was tired of every time I come to see her, she'll be mentioning business. Every time I come to see her, she'll be mentioning it. So I just told her my mind. Please, if this is what you want to mention again, please just let's sever our relationship, please. So some of you, maybe you even told your upline, scam, idiots. And they kept going. But look at you here today in the business. So if you didn't sign up immediately, you have no business expecting an immediate sign up from another person. Follow-up is a journey. It's a journey, it's a process of education. It never stops, even after they've registered. I said in one of our cell meetings as well. Even when your prospect has registered, you don't stop. Somebody signs up. Some of you now move on to other things. You move on to another life. No, please. No. You continue following up on them. Ensure that they understand the Quick Starter Guide training. They do their name list. They plan their business launch with them and all that, all those things. 90% of prospects, 90, they need to be followed up on before they sign up. 90, that's a huge chunk. Immediately the presentation is over, start following up. I've said it before. Don't wait till some of you will just be checking payment first. Forget payment, start following up. If you call the person now, the person says they made payment, fine. Start your follow-up immediately. Don't waste any second. Because the best time to hit a rod to any shape you want it is when it is red hot. So when the prospect is still fired up, the information is still fresh in their mind. That is when you follow up. Not when you're following up by the next day, the person has already forgotten what the matching bonus is. You're telling the person, okay, so which of the packages? The person is telling, please remind me of the packages. Try to follow up on somebody and they're asking you, they're saying things like, please remind me of the packages. Someone said, it took my upline 1 good year. Throughout, I was discouraging her. Hey, somebody said, please, is this alliance company? Presentation, no. So the person is even asking you immediately after presentation. So imagine by the next day, if somebody is saying, is this alliance? Somebody that starts in presentation for good 1 hour plus. Some of them 2 hours, depending on where they attended the presentation. Because some presenters, they like to talk. If they did not talk for 2 hours, they will not feel alive. Have you ever tried to follow up on a prospect immediately after presentation? They're asking you, maybe the registration is 4,500, Abi, 4,500. You've not seen some prospects. So imagine when you're not following up on them by the next day. Nah, you've literally lost the person. But for better results, you can follow up before the meeting starts. And I'm going to mention how. If you don't follow up on time, you stand the risk of losing your prospect to someone else that does follow up. Yes, it has happened to me. By the time I picked up my phone to do follow up, the person had already registered under another person. Several times self at the beginning of my business. So it was a hard lesson I had to learn. And you know the most painful prospect to lose? When you now hear that that prospect registered, but they registered for mega accounts, multiple accounts. That's the one that is paying the most. And for me, that pain is to remind you that you should never leave money on the table. Not following up is you leaving money on the table. Every prospect has 3 potential uplines. So don't think if you're not following up, that somebody else will not follow up. No, don't think that. So following up during presentation, very, very simple. I mean, before presentation. Now, during the session, you let the person know that during the session, our senior consultant will be selecting a few people that they will mentor personally. I hope you are selected. That is what you tell the person. Let them know that if they don't stay till the end, they may not be selected. So that is you following up even before the presentation is done, before it even starts. Somebody may ask, well, Ambassador Didi, so when do we even stop this follow-up? When does this stop? Please, I want you to type what you're seeing, the answer you are seeing on the chat session. What is the answer you're seeing on the chat session? What is the answer you are seeing there? There are actually 3 options. Either the person joins the business, or the person dies, or you die. That's when the follow-up finishes. And Warren said one of his teammates or one of his top leaders, he followed up on the person, I think he said for 12 years or so. 12 good years. Some of you do your 7 follow-ups in 1 year. We're talking about 12 years. So it means that we don't even know how many times he followed up. We don't even know how many times he did follow up. 12 good years of his life, he was investing it in following up. So how do you follow up? This is just a guide, proper guide on how to follow up. Very, very simple. After the presentation, call your prospect immediately and say, it's not complicated. Follow up is not complicated. Don't complicate it. Just keep it simple, straight to the point. Amazing, right? The person says, yes, so why do you push out positivity first? Because the human mind wants to explore the negative part first. So if you say, what do you think? The human mind will start looking for the negative thing it is thinking. So the first thing is to push out positivity first so that the person can go to that, to access the positive thoughts first. So yes, it was amazing. He asked the person, wow, so what do you love best about the opportunity or about the presentation? Well, honestly, I liked everything. No, but tell me the one you love the most. How about now? It's not the money now. It's the money now. Some of them will tell you the money. Some will say, oh, the vacation. Some will say, wow, I love how you guys are like a family. Oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I love the cars. Whatever it is, allow them to pour out their hearts. Don't be in a hurry. Remember, follow up. Don't be in a hurry. Because that credit you're scared of wasting, you waste it calling people, jumping from one follow up to the other without really closing any deal. So allow them to pour their heart out. Don't be in a hurry. After the person is done, just say, then I know you must have taken the mastermind mentorship. No, I didn't. Oh, wow, I can't believe you did not jump on the offer. So which of the packages do you want to go for? Why am I asking this question? Who remembers the reason I'm asking this question? If you attended the 4 weeks sales course I did, you know why we asked this question. Why am I asking this question? Thank you, Raymond. Always assume the close or the sale. You've made the sale already. Because the reason the person did not make payments is because they did not have money or because of they still need to understand. But you are assuming the person is in already. Because the person has already told you they're excited now. They like the car. They like this. They like that. So why are they not making their payments? So which of the packaging would you like to go for? Always assume the sale first. With all the enthusiasm and passion you can muster. But if objections come, welcome them. I want to teach you today that when objections come, be happy to receive them. Please don't be scared anymore. When a prospect says, or, I'm not joining because of this, I'm not joining. If they raise objections, don't be scared anymore. Don't be scared anymore. Some of you, you're so scared that it cripples you. And you miss out on an entire process that would have gained you trust of the prospect's trust, and of course, the prospect's commitment, which is by making payments. Welcome it. See objections as a natural part of the process. I mean, you've gone to the market before. Somebody is telling you, oh, this phone is the best, this one is the one, that one. But you are there saying, but I don't know if I really like the size. It's too big. But I think it's too small. Don't you have other, you are raising objections. Anybody that does not raise objections, you're lucky. Or if the person did not raise any objection and they made their payment, fine. But let me tell you the worst type of prospect, eh? Oh God. You see those ones that will not raise any objection and they did not make payments. They are the worst type of prospects. Pray not to encounter them. Pray not to encounter them. Do you know why? Does anybody have a reason? Does anybody know why I said they're the worst type of prospects? Those ones that they will not make payments. So ask me, so what's the reason? I say, no, nothing, nothing. No, nothing, nothing. Does anybody know why they are the worst type of prospects? Because some of you are running from objection. Meanwhile, the objections they are raising is leading you to the sign up. You were there running. I don't know why you are scared. You see those ones that will not say why they are not signing up. They are not answering you. They are telling you, no, nothing. Don't worry. I'll get back. I'll get back to you. Don't worry. They are the most difficult to convince. It's not even village people, my sister. It's not village people. Because you need to understand that when somebody says, I am not joining now because of this particular reason, it means that they are interested, but this thing is holding me back. So the person is now leading you into their world to say, please help me handle this situation. How do I handle this situation so that I can be fully plugged into the business? Well, I don't think I will have time. They love it. They're telling you, I love it already. I love the business. But time is what is hindering me. So it's for you to figure out how you can work with them based on their time to be able to do this business to make money. Because nobody wants to pay in 49,990. In this hard economy, harsh economy, you want them to make payment without being sure that they can do the business and succeed. No, now. So see it as a natural part of the process. When objections are raised, see it as, okay, oh, this prospect is ready to deal, but they need me to clear this thing for them to sign up. It is just the prospect seeking more understanding. Be warm towards them. Don't come and start saying, no, if you don't want to register, tell me, I have other people. No. I told you guys, that's how I used to be before. Until I started reading the book, Sell of the Soul. That's how I was before. Don't come and stress me. How much can I register with? 49,990. But that was me before, not now. Not now. Be so warm towards them. Or even if the person is the one, agitated, very Jim, don't return the energy. Some of you have brought prospects to me. You see how warm, except the person is very uptight. I'll keep trying to be warm and the person is still very uptight. But if I'm warm towards them, what I'm trying to do is to relax them, drop their guards. Most times when the prospect comes to my office, I try to say something. Are you Igbo? Are you serious? Where are you from? What am I doing? What I'm trying to do is to drop whatever wall that they've put up. Some of them may be thinking, they've brought me here to come and talk with their leaders so that they'll convince me. I will not be convinced. They are putting up walls. Meanwhile, my goal is not to convince them. What is my goal? What is my goal? What is my goal? When the prospect is before you, During the follow-up process, what is your goal? I'll keep asking questions from time to time to be sure that people are following me. Education, not just creating relationship, educating the person. So what I'm doing is not to convince. So they'll come in thinking, let me be uptight so that this person will not convince me. No, I'm not trying to convince you, Mr. Man. I just want to give you enough information. So why am I being warm towards them? So that they can drop their walls, drop down all inhibitions, and not, we're not fighting. Imagine the prospect says, I don't think you people are. Remember what I said. I agree with the person. I agree with you. I understand where you're coming from. Don't argue with your prospect. So if at this point the prospect drops his objection, never argue, never disagree with your prospect or try to make him feel uncomfortable. Wow, I understand how you feel. Honestly, I felt the same way, but look at what I found. You guys remember this already. Very simple. Proceed to educate him more. Share your story. Invite your upline. At the end, never finish without your closing line. Which of the packages are we starting you up on? Never ever finish any process without your closing line. But you must have taken your time to educate the person, share your story, invite your upline if need be, if there's a need for that. And then at the end, never ever finish without saying, so which of the packages are we starting up? And as you're saying it, you're bringing out your interest form. You're bringing out your interest form. Most of the sales that were not done or that were not concluded, or most of the deals that were not closed, was because you did not ask. Because you did not ask. If after everything, which of the packages, the person is still saying, honestly, I don't really think that blah, 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 okay, you can start on an instrumental plan. Please never be comfortable living without closing. Some leaders are so used to not closing deals. That is why they don't get a lot of sign-ups. They finish a meeting, no sign-up. They are okay with it. Because nothing is internally biting them. They are comfortable. You finish with a presentation, 100 people were there, 200 were there, not a single sign-up. Or you got very few sign-ups, and you are okay. Never be comfortable with that. I'm not saying you need to kill yourself, no, but just keep asking yourself, what do I need to improve on? If you understand what I said so far, please go to chat session and say, I understand. Peniel, I'll try and take questions, okay? I just saw what you sent, okay? Awesome. So handling objection, know that every time a prospect sees your product or opportunity, there are only three objections that will hold them back. Number one is, does it work? There are so many, you need to understand that there are so many fakes out there and they have lost money. So it's only normal that they should be thinking in their head, does it work? The good thing about our presentation in La Buena Vida is that our presentation starts handling these objections from the beginning. But that does not mean that at the end, some people may still not even have these objections. Number two, can I do it? With my current knowledge, can I do this business? You need to understand, it's not with their knowledge after they've attended trainings, they've been trained on how to talk. It's with their current knowledge now that they don't even know how to invite. That is why your goal is to keep insisting, that we're going to work with them, we're going to hold them by the hands to succeed. Number three, will you help me? Everybody, nobody gets into network marketing and is ready to be alone. Nobody. Everybody, what they're thinking in their head is, okay, I hope I'm not going to be alone. I hope that when I encounter challenges, there'll be somebody to push me, somebody to guide me, somebody to help me. So that's why you must keep reminding the prospect, I am here with you. You're not going to do it alone. My goal with you is to help you see how you can get results until they make that buying decision. And once they buy, what do you do? Quick starter guide, of course, IPO first of all. Do their IPO, officially welcome them. Set their expectations right. After that, their quick starter guide. After quick starter guide, start planning their business launch. Let them know that within 7 days, you want them to launch their business, because in our business here, in our team, we don't start our business, we launch our business. After your business launch, they can now start exploring. Business launch can be done as much as 2 to 3 times. And one of the things I'm encouraging right now in my team, what I encourage now in my team is, when I say my team, you guys, everyone here is in my team, obviously, but you guys have leaders that you're directly working with. So the people that are directly working with me, what I tell them is, immediately after sign up, the first big business launch is the physical one, either in the office or in your house. The second business launch is the one you do on Zoom, because you have people in different locations that are not in your, around you. If you don't have the right posture, the right skill, and the confidence to handle this, just bid farewells to your big income goals. The people who are making the most money in network marketing are the people who are really bold. The people that are at the top, they are not at the top because anybody placed them there, but because they are building, they have the right posture, they have the right skill. They are not talking to a prospect and the prospect is winning them over. No, they are not talking to a prospect. They are the ones that are closing the most deals. They keep sharpening their skill. And then the confidence to handle this. You need to build the confidence as well. Sharpen your skills. Sharpen your skills. Very important. It may look like all this cell meeting, all this training. Who told you the leaders will not prefer to wake up in the morning and maybe resume in the office by 9 or even 8 or even 11? Who told you that we would prefer to be doing these cell meetings? No. But we're doing them because we understand that if we're not constantly helping our teammates sharpen their skills, you go into the field, you're not closing deals, you're not making money, you quit the business. With good demonstration, using the FFF rule, you will be able to close the deal. Master what to say for every objection. Master what to say. With this guideline, it's very simple. With this guideline I gave, amazing, right? What do you love most about the presentation? They talk, blah, 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 blah. They tell you their objection, right? Oh, my problem is the money. Remember, don't argue with them. Just say, wow, understand how you feel. My problem is time. Oh, wow, I understand how you feel. Felt the same way too, but look at what I found. Oh, my problem is my sister. I'm staying with my sister. I don't think my sister will be interested in me doing this. Oh, wow, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but look at what I found. Or I know somebody that felt the same way as well. We look at what the person found. Oh, I would have loved to do it, but my wife will not like me to do the business. Or my husband will not like me to do business. Oh, wow. I really understand how you feel, honestly. I felt the same way too, but for me, it was my father. I thought my dad would not be interested. I thought, I mean, my dad was not interested in me doing the business. Or I thought he would not be interested in me doing the business. So what I did was I invited him to see a session. And guess what? He's very much in support of me doing the business today. He's not doing it, but at least he gave me his support. Or some people may say he's doing the business with me today, or because I invited him. So why don't you put up a meeting? Let's organize a meeting where you can explain the business to your husband. Don't try to explain it to him. Please don't. Did we learn something today? There was something that Boss Mike said in one of our meetings, and I also want to say it here to teach us something very, very critical. Something that I was not doing. Yeah, I mentioned it a bit during presentation, but I don't really focus on it. What is that thing? You know that you can sow seed, which is, oh, if you've prospected the prospect, you've invited the prospect has attended presentation, you've concluded with the prospect is really interested. Maybe they made payments, maybe they did not make payments, and they go out. What will happen to them outside? What will happen to them outside? They will meet people that will try to discourage them. Oh, those people, hope they did not collect your money. Oh. They will try and sow so many seeds. Remember, this person is not strong yet in the business. They are not yet strong in the business. And by the time you sow 1, 2, 3 seeds in them of negativity, they start rethinking their decisions to be part of the business. So there was something we were advised to do. And I want to also teach you guys, even during your presentation, even during your follow-up, when the person is about to leave, tell the person that, see, as you go out, You're going to meet people who are going to try to discourage you from this decision you have made or this decision you're about to make. I was like that too. But look at me today. I've made a lot of money from here. My parents were so against it. But today they are like my biggest fans in the business. But imagine I listened to them. Remember that you anybody that cannot pay your bills, you need to be very careful with how you take their opinion. Anybody that cannot pay your bills, you need to be very careful. And there's a right way of doing this business and there's a wrong way. My goal is to teach you how to do the business the right way. That's my goal. So if you go out and meet somebody who does not know what we're doing, who does not understand our system, and the person tries to talk you out of the business, please remind them that they don't know how to do the business, but you have somebody that is ready and knows how to do the business and can teach you. Don't even engage them in that conversation so that it do not affect your excitement for being here. Take your time to do it, though. If you don't do this thing I just said now, what you would do is that you finish talking, somebody else will do what? Would remove the seed from the earth even before it sprouts into anything beautiful. I hope you learned something today. Done this training for us already. I don't want to start going through it. I hope you learned something today. You see, skills make you rich, not theories. You need to hone your skills in this business. Hone your skills. This training is recorded. I'm going to put it up on YouTube after this training. Take your time and go through it again. Perfect your closing. Read books. You have GoPro. What book are you reading in this business? If you don't have book, please chat me up on WhatsApp. I will forward books to you. Be reading books. As you're reading, don't just read. One of the things that got me here is not just that I will be reading. I'm not a professor. I'm not here to become a professor. I'm here to become a professional. A professional is someone who's making money. A professor is somebody who knows it, but may not be, acting on it. So I'm not here to become a professor. I'm here to do what? To become a what? A professional. I have you're seeing it in my income, in the things I'm saying, in the things I'm doing, and in my results. Skills make you rich, not theories. Hone your skills. If you need books, I'll give you books. Chat me up. I'll forward books to you. You need to understand how to be a network. Don't just read books on leadership generally. Leadership in network marketing is not the same thing with general leadership. No, it's not even the same thing with political leadership. Yeah, there's some concepts that are the same in leadership. It doesn't change. It transcends across different organizations. But understanding how to become a network marketing leader, please, there's a book on that. For those of you that have started building teams, start reading that book immediately. Start reading immediately. What I'm going to do is that after this cell meeting in the EAP group and in the AP group, I'm going to drop all the network marketing books I have, so that those that are wise will start reading. Mama Zodidi, I don't really like reading. Please, this one is not reading to come out and start looking for a job. This one is reading and earning, reading and understanding the business and be making money. That is it. Some of the things I'm teaching you are things I have learned. Some from experience, mostly from them, a lot of them from books. Read books. Read books. Please, I beg of us. Please. Please, that money you're looking for is in honing your skills. It's actually in honing your skills. All right? So I'm glad we learned something today. So I have a couple of announcements before we end the meeting. We're going to end the meeting early today. So I'm going to drop the books. We have your first year network marketing. Those of you that are here, you're less than 3 months in the business, please, I beg of you,